Hey, Facebook family and friends. I'm T. Hatchett.
What up, y'all?
We are the Hatchett Chronicles.
Yeah. She always trying to start something new. Busy.
What is he talking about? Do we even know what he's talking about?
Good, I'm glad. I'm busy.
I haven't even started the vlogs yet, and you already talking about I'm starting something new. I haven't even told them what I'm starting new. Hey, Chris.
Chris, what's good? I'm busy.
I haven't even said what we starting new.
Busy.
Whatever. Okay, so let me get ahead and tell y'all what we starting new. So, Hatchett Chronicles, we are coming up, and because of our very fabulous. Hey, what's up, Frank? Long time
no
what's
here. Good, boy? What's the deal, B?
I need to talk with you about something. So what's new with Frank Hatchett Chronicles is that we will soon be moving over to, well, the first of the year we will be moving. We will be here, but we will also be on Roku TV. We are
Roku TV.
Roku. Okay, Roku. We are collaborating with very talented, beautiful April
J. Armstrong.
J. Armstrong. All right. Well, congratulations on your move. And so.
Oh, that's what's up, bro.
Because of that, we are doing something different to, I guess, keep the fire burning in the Hatchet Chronicles, I guess you could say. When we first started the Hatchet Chronicles, it was the Chronicles of the Hatchets. And so somehow we moved to that, to just being on the couch discussion topics, which is fine. But we also wanted to keep to what it originally was supposed to be, the Hatchet Chronicles. So I have started, some of you might have seen me pop up on Facebook or YouTube with 15 minutes or 20 minutes of just us being us.
Just trash.
Just us being us. The first one was 15 minutes. Well, it was like 5 o'clock in the morning, the day after my birthday, and I forgot to put in. I had so much fun for my birthday, I forgot to put in the music on Untapped Music Radio. So I woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning to put it on. But during that time, my husband is always up, and he's always watching his shows, different shows. So I kind of like did a chronicle of what be happening 5 o'clock in the morning. That's him and his shows.
Yeah, she straight just impeded on my time.
Whatever. And so I want y'all to see us in our real, in the atmosphere.
Right.
What
I'm gonna tell y'all right now. It sounds good, but don't look for me too much, because y'all know I don't like the camera in the first place. I'm only doing this hour out of the day because I know it pleases her. But we start to get into a whole bunch of other recording me and all that. It's not going to happen.
Listen, it's
not going to happen.
It took me about 2 years to get him on the camera every Monday. So it'll take some time, but it'll happen. Okay. Never say never. Okay. We not gonna worry about that right now. We'll get him there.
What do you say? Violation?
Violation.
Facts.
We'll get him there. Anyway, so that's what's new. Also, what else is new?
I got another audio book I'm supposed to be doing real soon. I got that coming up. I am going to be releasing, I think it's 5 or 6 new joints on Bandcamp. I was having a problem with the PDF, but my wife came to the rescue So probably tomorrow I'll be getting the covers together and doing the covers for these. And I'm just working on the edit before I came on Chronicles. This joint I'm doing now is going to be insane, yo. So it's going to be like maybe 6 or 7 edits that I have new that I haven't been able to put up on Bandcamp. So probably tomorrow I'm gonna start with the covers and everything and uploading these joints to Bandcamp. So everybody can go get them joints.
My book, The Power of God, is still for sale, y'all, and God has led me to send it out to churches to get churches involved in my book. So pray for me with that. I am still helping people get their businesses up and running. So if you're interested, reach out to me. I am working on our book from my rib. I am. That should be done. I promise you that will be done before the end of this year. I will get that book out and finish and publish one way or another. So look out for it. Steve's Love Search. Stevie G's Love Search is, we have hard copies. You can hit me up on the website. The website is back up and running. Or you can I am me, or you can I am my husband. You can text me, call me, get your copy of Stevie G's Love Search. Hey.
Crazy. Y'all gotta hit, man. Listen, I just did a joint and sent it to him, and he called me and sang what he wrote to it. He's supposed to be recording it. I don't know if it's this next week. I think that joint is gonna be crazy. That joint is going to be crazy.
So reach out to us. It is $6.99 and $2 shipping and handling. If you want to go and get it from your streaming site, we suggest Amazon.com because you can get it from there. You can go to your streaming site and get it, or you can contact us for a copy of it. What else is going on?
Hey, Boone, I need a mix, man. Send me an hour joint.
Oh, yeah. The radio station.
I know you just moved.
We still have spots on the radio station. If you're looking to get a spot on the radio station, an hour or 2 a week, it's up to you. Reach out to us. We can make that happen for you. Look out for my sister's Sister Talk on Fridays at 7:30. My niece has Sip and Heal with TT on Thursdays at 7 o'clock. So look out for the programs that are up and coming that are on there.
And Valerie has the.
I said that. Valerie is Sister Talk.
Right, but I'm talking about the thing at Times Square.
Oh yeah, and my sister Val, her Ladies of the Book Club is actually commercial is running in Times Square in New York.
On the big Sony Trinitrons.
Yes.
So that's dope, yo. That's real dope. What do you say?
He said, "Man, I'm setting myself up now. I'm free." Okay.
I know that's right, bro.
So what else is going on? I think that's it. Time to get into the topic. I can't think of anything else except for look out for the pop-ups.
What else? Yeah. Going Zone.
That's all we have going on.
Oh, the website.
I said the website is back up.
Put the website up there for everybody.
Oh, and look out for me on Sundays for Sunday morning worship with Minister T. Hatchett.
Man, that joker said happy. I know that's right, bro.
That's the website. And listen to station. We got people all over the world listening. Untap. What is it? Untap. Untap music. Radio. Pro. Oh, can't see. Listen to our station. It's doing big things. If you need any, like, you are promoting your t-shirts or anything like that, we'll be happy. Call us. We'll be happy to collab with you and do some commercial for you. That being said, can we start the show?
There's only 3 people here with us.
And?
All right, go ahead.
Okay, we're going to start the show and let people come on in as they will.
Somebody tag Steve
and
Guy.
Eloise.
Eleanor First.
And Eunice
White.
And who else? I called Valerie, but she's driving because Kia moved. And so she.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, she's gonna meet Kia. They gotta switch cars. Let me see who else. Will Barney come and getting on tonight? What they doing? Well, they probably resting.
Call him and text him.
I don't have my phone.
Well, my phone is over there.
I'll get you. I know.
Yeah, man. So we're gonna jump on this topic, man. We're gonna end up.
I think I turned it down. I didn't mean to.
Yes, you did. You don't want myself.
Okay, so the topic is okay, so the topic is stepfather / husband, ex / bloodfather. Now here's the scenario. The scenario is a woman had a husband and she had 2 kids by him, and he was abusive. And so she got away from him. She met another man and married him. He raised the 2 kids, plus they had 2 more children. And, you know, the kids grew up. They had a good life and everything like that. And the oldest son, who was the stepson of the recent husband, he started talking to his father on Facebook. Now, he hadn't seen his father in a while, but he wanted to get to know his father. And so when he started talking to his father on Facebook, he decided to invite his father to his house. And the stepfather had a problem with that. And he did not want the father to come to the house. The mother felt as though the mother overruled him and said, well, he wanted to see his father, so the father can come to the house. My husband and I had a conversation about that, and we thought the mother was wrong for that because, yes, the child should be able to have a relationship with their father. But that man that she married, who is the head of her household and who has raised her children and took care of her, you know, they could have met anywhere else. They didn't necessarily have to meet at the house. And if he did not want that man there, then that was his right not to have that man there. And so we decided that would make a good topic. So we would like to know how you guys feel about that. If you raised another man's son, or let's say you're a female and you raised another woman's daughter, and the biological parent came back in the picture, would it be right to have them come to the home if the other parent did not agree to have them? And keep in mind that the first husband was abusive. So that was the main reason why the man wasn't trying to hurt the child. He just felt some kind of way because he knew that the man was abusive to his wife. And he was still holding that. and the man wasn't around to raise the kids, and he had raised the kids. So I guess he didn't want his wife or the child hurt, and he felt like the guy would hurt the child, which in the end the guy didn't show up anyway. So in retro, he did hurt them. He hurt the child by not showing up. But we want to know your opinion on it. And while you're typing your opinion on it, husband, I'll give you Robert Chambers. I totally agree 100% with both of you. That was disrespectful of the wife.
It was, because what up, cuz? How you, man? Congrats and all of that. You know, cuz got married, right?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, we were supposed to. That's cousin Rob in Plainfield. Yeah, yeah. But anyway, cuz,
trying to throw me under the bus.
I think that it was right for her to just overrule dude and say it's cool for the father to come to the crib and see his child. And it's okay for him to see his child, but the man of the house has to say so in that house. If he's taking care of the house and the wife and the crib and all of that stuff, whether he's paying all the bills or not, he should have that respect, of ruling his house and to say, who's able to come in his house or not. You know what I'm saying? Whether he has a job or not, whether he's working, whether he's not working, he still deserves that respect in order to say, hey, I don't want that man in the crib. He's disrespectful, blah, 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 whatever. You understand what I'm saying? We could meet somewhere, sit down and talk, but as far as him coming to the crib, it's not cool. And he has the right to feel like that.
Okay, I need some females, because females think, and I agree 100%, but I also know that females think a little different, because when it comes to their kids, they get kind of crazy
I can
minded.
understand that.
So I'd like to hear from some females, if there's some females on. In the meantime, Chris Allen said it is not fair. We can meet at a mutual place. Overruling the decision was a bad one and can cause division that may not be mended. Correct.
That's right.
Frank Boone said, hell no, it wasn't right. Even though I understand being trucked in my own home, different circumstances, but I would have flagrantly walked away with my gun on my hip.
I know that's right.
Chris Allen said disrespectful.
It is
I
disrespectful.
agree.
And I don't think that, he needs to speak to, his wife or his significant other and really let her know that, like, hey, listen, what you did was wrong. You can't just trump me like that. You know what I mean? If we're going to be in a relationship, it's a two-way street, not a one-way street. You know what I mean? And this needs to be worked out in a different way. I know that we can all come to a medium as grown-ups somewhere, and you know what I mean, be able to correct or define the problem or whatever the case may be. But I just don't think that it was right for her to totally dismiss his feelings. That wasn't cool.
Chris said, so if he came and decided to hurt or kill the family, what a tragedy. It would have been, and she didn't think like that, and I don't think that she thought she was wrong either until he did not show up. Now, let's say he had showed up. So, there would have been some feelings going on.
Yeah, it could have been, you know what, if he had showed up, you don't know, it could have been all kinds of ill feelings going on. Lord knows what would have happened. A fight could have started. You know what I'm saying? Anything could have happened. Anything could have happened. And I just think people need to be mindful and to grow up, and you can't just, think that everything is your way and that's that and that's that.
The other thing to that is, once the boy they never had a conversation about it, and the boy was calling the stepfather dad up until he started talking to his real
Biological father.
biological father, and then he said, well, his name is so and so, that's just his name, he's no longer dad.
Wow.
And the mother heard that, and she didn't say anything to the son. So I think what happens with hi ma so I think what happens in
Hey,
a
Mom.
case like that is it causes like Chris said, it causes a division in more than one way, because it doesn't show a united front with the two parents, first of all. Even if the guy still didn't show up, the biological father still didn't show up, it caused a division, because in the kids' head, in the back of their head, they will always have that division, that divide, that sometimes kids, play two ends against one. They play one against another because they know that there's a doorway they can get in and divide them. So
That's Mom. I'm typing. That's Mom. What her feelings would be.
so Mom, what do you think about that? Did you come in on? Did you hear? We're talking about how the scenario was, there was this woman and who was married to this guy, and he was abusive, and she had two kids by him, and then she separated from him. She got married to another man who raised not only those two kids, but then they had two more kids. And so now that the older son is older, he started talking to his biological father on Facebook, and he decided to invite his biological father to the house. Now his stepfather, who knew about the abuse and everything, did not want the biological father coming to the house. And the mother overruled him and said, no, he wants to get to know his father, so it's all right that he comes to the house. And so what we were saying is that was wrong and disrespectful of her, because she overruled the man who not only, was a father to her two children, but, was there for her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he needs to sit down and make some corrections with his wife, because once you're married, your children are mine also. Exactly, and he raised the children.
That's right.
And I do understand a child wanting to get to know their biological parent, but as my husband said, they could have met somewhere else. And if she really was concerned about him getting to know his father, she could have took him to a restaurant or something and say, no, tell your father we're going to meet him at a restaurant. But to totally, or at the park, or anywhere, but to totally overrule her husband, who has been the head of the household, taking care of the family, was very disrespectful.
And you know what else is, it's kind of crazy too, like with her saying, with her son saying to the guy that's been taking care, his stepfather that's been taking care of him all these years in the house with him and everything, oh, that's not my father, that's so and so now.
Yeah,
because
calling him by his first name.
Now that you know your biological father, or you trying to get to know him now, your stepdad is just, Frank now.
Yeah.
Instead of dealing with him the way that you've been dealing with him. And if the mother allowed that, you know what I mean, for her,
that shows
for her child, to actually, start calling him by his first name and stuff like that. That's disrespectful also. Like, she will, I think, it does have, the child has a part to play in it, but mostly I think that, yo, what's good, fam? What's up, Reef? I think that the mother is responsible for a lot of that.
Rob said it sounds like she may have some layover feelings for dude.
That's a fact. That could be too, cuz.
The son that started talking to his father on Facebook, he's I think he was 16 or 17.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what, Rob? It might have been she said when her and the husband talked about it, he said, I still remember that this man abused you, and that's what gets in the way. And she said, well, I have forgiven him, but and I'm not worried about that. What I am worried about is my son having a relationship with his father. That was her excuse. And I do understand that some women, when it comes to their children, they, what's the word for it? They negate right and wrong, and it's just about, mother lion protecting their kids no matter what, right, wrong, or indifferent.
It's a way, you know what? But that's not that type of situation is not protecting your child.
No, it's not. But women do look at it like that.
That's hurting your child, if anything.
Yeah, but women don't look at it like that.
Yeah, I mean, but
there are women out here who feel like,
maybe the kid.
Mom said maybe the kid felt this way all along. That's a good point, Mom. They could have.
Cuz, what up? Cousin Steve?
Hey, Steve.
I mean, if the child felt like that for that long, isn't there? Well, maybe.
Would it have came out?
Right, by then.
Not 16? Necessarily, because he could have been. They didn't even know he was on Facebook until he invited the father to the house.
Oh, okay.
So he could have been looking for his father or talking to his father all along.
Yeah.
Especially I don't see you're talking about a boy. So,
right, and I don't. And don't get me wrong. I don't see where him talking to his father and getting to know his father and stuff like that is a wrong thing. That's a great thing that he reached out and he wants to have a relationship with his dad and all of that. And prayerfully, the dad wants to reach out and have a relationship with the young man at the same time. But
no, because he didn't show up.
Okay, well, okay, so, but you can't negate the man that raised you still has to have. He still is a lot of that respect. He still deserves. He did not a lot of. Right. He deserves that respect for all of those years that he's taken care of you and been there for you and been there for your mom. He deserves respect. And at 16 years old, you know what I mean? You know what respect is. If you just, you waving him off and just totally, okay, now it's time for me to rock out with my dad. That's terrible.
But isn't that? I'm not taking the child and saying it's not the child's fault too, or holding the child partly responsible. But isn't there a point where how the boy, when he gets a certain age, so since he's stepfather, oh, you're not my dad, I'm gonna prove I'm a man by being with my real dad.
And I'm gonna go against the grain.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go against the grain. Could it have been something like that?
And get the back of your head knocked off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Frank said.
Wait, Steve. Okay, go ahead.
Frank said, or she could have been on some, look, I have all this now. Check me out now. She could have.
She could have been on that.
Been. Yep. She probably wanted him to come to the house so she could show off
what she got.
Yeah,
right.
That's a good point.
That's a great point, yo. That's a great point.
Steve said, what's the
subject?
Okay, so the subject is stepfather / husband versus ex / bloodfather. We're talking about a topic that happened between this woman and this man, whereas this woman was married. She was in an abusive relationship. She had 2 kids in the relationship. She got out of the relationship, met this other guy, married him. He raised those 2 kids, and then they had 2 other kids. And when the oldest son, who belonged to the abusive guy, got around 16 or 17, he started talking to his biological father on the Facebook. And then he invited his biological father to the house. And the stepfather did not want him to come to the house. And
the mother straight
overruled him and said, oh, no, that he wants to get to know his father. It's all right if he comes to the house. And it was a little tiff there. He never showed up. But we were saying that she was wrong for overruling him and being disrespectful to the stepfather who had raised the 2 kids. Mom said because if he was really bonded to the stepdad, he would still call him whatever he called him before the biological father came on deck. I agree, Mom.
I believe so too, Mom.
I agree.
But I mean, even if he wasn't bonded to, 16 years old, smelling yourself, and it is what it is. But I feel like, he's 16. Even if he's smelling himself, then that's when the mother should intervene and say, listen, you're not going to disrespect this man. He's been taking care of you for, you know what I mean, however many years, you know what I mean, the food you eat, the clothes on your back, he's been helping me take care of you for all of these years. You look to him for all of these years, and now link up with your biological father, and you look at him like he's a piece of, he's just out with the wind. That's not cool. You need to respect him. You know what I mean?
And that's it's up to the parents to set the rules in the house, and not negating that the son had a responsibility in it. Just saying that as adults in the house, as the mother and father, she
had a very big part to play in that.
she kind of dropped the ball with that, because
she dropped the ball.
She was supposed to stand united with her husband, who have raised these kids.
That's right.
That wasn't his, and she didn't do that. She dropped the ball and sort of, or not just that, but then when she overheard the song said, "Oh, he's just
You mean overruled?
Overruled." She didn't say nothing when she overheard the son, when he said, "Oh, that's not my father. He's just Frank," or whatever his name was.
Right.
She didn't say anything.
And that's
she dropped the ball twice. So she never put into effect. So no matter what happened, no matter what the end result was, they see that there's a break in there.
I mean, you know what? She was wrong all the way around the board. Even saying that, it's okay for him to come to the house, even though her new husband didn't want him to come to the house. She was against him, 5 different ways. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is a recipe for a divorce in some people's eyes. You know what I mean? If he can't sit down and talk with her and get her to realize and understand that whole situation was disrespectful to him because of the things he's done, and he's been there for that amount of time, then, that he should reevaluate that situation with her, because that just goes to show him she don't have his back for no reason at all.
No.
She ain't a rider. She don't have his back. And it's all about whatever she feels and what, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because she dropped the ball too many times. I mean, the big one was that, she didn't say, "You're right. He shouldn't come here. If you don't want him here, this is your household. I'll take him to," if she really was thinking about her son's feeling and him getting to know his biological father, she could have easily said, "Well, hey, he can't come here, but hey, I'll take you to the park to meet him. I'll take you to a restaurant to meet him." So it really wasn't, even though she said it was about the son getting to know his father, it really wasn't.
Yeah.
There had to be some underlying, like really Frank said, maybe it was she wanted to show off what she had.
New stuff.
New stuff. Yeah. Maybe she still had underlying feelings. I don't know what it was, but it had to be something. It wasn't about the son. I don't feel like it was about the son.
I don't either. Go up, baby, go up. Let's see. Feed moving.
Steve said a lot of moms never get over their bitterness and keep some kids from the biological dad on spite. Yeah, but she wasn't keeping them from the what she said to the husband was she wanted her son to get to know his biological father. And
it was okay for him to come to the house, and for the biological father to come to the house and see his son, when in turn her previous husband didn't want him to come to the house.
And the reason why he didn't want him to come to the house, it wasn't that he was trying to keep the biological father from
the son.
It's just that he was hurt. He remembered that the biological dad abused her, and he was never there for his kids. And so he didn't want her or the kids to get hurt again by the biological father. And so that was his point of, hey, we don't know what his story is now. Right. We don't want him coming to the house causing problems.
We don't know his agenda now.
Yeah, exactly.
That was it. Go back to Steve said a lot of.
Okay. Eunice said, "Hey fam, sending you all some love. I'm currently at an event, but wanted to say hello. Great topic too. Love you guys. Love
Hey,
you."
love you too, Eunice. Enjoy your event, baby.
Mom said, "A lot of immature women." Exactly.
That's
Mom.
right, Mom.
Chris said, "I'll be out," and a lot of other people
I
would.
think I would be too. And God, He doesn't honor divorce. He don't. But at the same time, my mom. Thank you, Mom. She said to me, one time, you can do everything that you need to do as a man to take care of your marriage and all of that. But at the same time, you don't have to be a doormat. Don't be a doormat. You know what I mean? And at first it didn't stick with me, but then when I thought about it, I was like, that's right. Like I don't have to, you know what I'm saying? I did everything.
Anything.
Right. I did everything as a man in this marriage to keep it together, and it's not on me no more. And I'm not going to be a doormat. I'm not going to stand here and just let somebody walk all over me because, I don't want to be in the statistics with the divorce crowd. You know what I'm saying? So to speak.
Chris said it could have been done in a better way.
Yes, it could have.
Chris said there was a potential the father could have finished what he started.
Yeah.
Danger. It was a possible threat. They still was hurt because he didn't show up. Yeah, they was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they was. But you know what? I don't think that it was ever really solved. It just went off, whereas it just ended as he didn't show up. So of course the boy was disappointed. But the issue of the disrespect of her overruling the husband was never dealt with.
Mm-hmm.
It was about the child, but that disrespect wasn't dealt with. Which I see further down the line there will be some issues with that. Mom said, I do not
right, Mom.
I do not understand what kind of man the stepdad was that he did not put his foot down and keep it down.
That's right, Mom. That's right. That's right.
But Mom, that's society, that society makes you look like, oh, that's how it's supposed to be. Well, that's not right. That's not how it's supposed to be.
Wasn't she like kind of iffy towards him because he wasn't working or something like that? Or because he didn't have a job or something? Or was that something else we was talking about?
No, that was afterwards though. That was before she found out he didn't have a job.
I'm talking about the previous husband. The stepdad, the one I was raising the kids with her in the house.
That was before she found out he wasn't working no more.
Oh, okay.
Her marriage is, in my opinion, and I don't try to talk about nobody's marriage, but the whole marriage set up because then she found out he lost his job, and she's a comedian, and he has been having her back all this time, and now that he's on furlough, his job is on furlough, now she's acting funny time. So the whole wife thing for me is backwards the way she is as a wife anyway. That's a whole nother story.
I'm the last one to tell somebody to leave marriage, but he shouldn't even be there because there ain't nothing there for him but his 2 kids with her, and that's it. And it's terrible that he would have to, man, he try to get custody of his 2 kids and be out. Because he ain't gonna never be happy. He's never gonna be happy.
Chris said, I'll look at them both different.
Yeah, I would too.
Steve said, I wouldn't want my woman's ex showing up either. I could cause serious problems. I was split up from my oldest 2 daughters and another man was in their life, but I never got involved with that. But I made sure I found a way to be in my daughter's life. No need to visit their home. Exactly.
That's right. That's right. Cuz that's right.
They have a right not to, to have that privacy and not want to be
Yeah,
intrusive.
you don't want nobody
And
popping up at your crib.
and there's a way to see and be involved with your kids. If he really wanted to be involved with his kids, he would have had a way to be involved with his kids.
Look, I'll pick y'all up on Saturday, come outside and get in the car. I'll pick you up on Friday evening at 6 and drop you off at 6 on Sunday.
God showed them in the end the son and the mother was wrong. Yeah, that's right, Chris.
Yeah,
but they
not showing up. Right?
but they never still dealt with it. And like I said, she's a iffy wife anyway, in my opinion, because there's a whole lot of underlying things that she overrules and don't put her foot down to.
Mm-hmm.
No, Terry, that is weak man, because it is his stepdad called regardless. What kind of man is going to be disrespectful and disrespected in his own home? I don't get it. You're right, man.
That's a fact.
You
that
are right. It is on him. It is on him.
Yep.
Because there was a lot of other disrespectful things that he allowed, like I said, to go on that I question.
That just wasn't marriage for him. It really wasn't. I mean, with all the things that started to come out and the way that she started acting and stuff like that was definitely not conducive for him, and he shouldn't be there. He should be in a space where he's able to be happy, you know. And it's terrible that he had 2 children with her, you know what I mean? So that situation is going to be just like the first situation, you know what I mean? Minus him beating on her and stuff like that. But pretty soon he's going to be out. She's going to be left with 4 kids. You know what I'm saying? 2 different baby fathers. You know what I mean? Well, and dude, he's going to want to deal with his 2 kids, maybe, you know, 3 of them. But the oldest one, he ain't going to want to deal with him because, you know what I mean, him being disrespected. And that's just crazy.
I don't think he's going to be out because, like Mom said, he's a weak man. So he's allowed this far. So he's probably going to allow the rest of it.
Else. Yeah, I mean, but prayerfully, he'll wake up and smell of coffee, man, and not be around for that, because who can live like that? I mean, even though he's a weak man, will there be some point where he say, wake up one morning like, you know what, I can't do this no more. I need some happiness. How are you going to make somebody else happy if you're not happy?
Well, you tell me, baby, what is the breaking point with a man? And maybe you other men can tell me, what is the breaking point where you do wake up and say, hey, I'm not being treated right?
Enough is enough.
Yeah, when do you get to that point?
When you sit there and when you wake up one morning and everything that you could think of with her is negative. Every situation is negative. Everything that you could think of is
You're
always
being overruled.
You're always being overruled. You're always arguing. You can't do nothing right. You get up and leave and go out and come back. There's something to be said. The kids is you know, you can't. Whatever you do with the kids is not right in her eyes, and all of that stuff. Like, you wake up one morning and say, you know what, man, look, enough is enough, man. Y'all can have all of this. I'm not going to get an ulcer standing here, you know, living in this. Like, nah, man, nah. No matter how much you love your children.
And her, because he probably loves her.
He probably loves her too.
That's why he's blind by it.
Man, love is blind, but it ain't that blind.
Chris said current relationship suffering from past sin.
Yeah, that too. That too.
Steve said she should have respected her current man's wishes and just let her mind go back. Some people tend to forget old stuff that forced them to be in a current situation.
Right. That's right.
Amen. Frank Boone said consistent disrespect. I just lived it. That's why I moved.
See?
And I guess that's what I'm asking. When do you get to the breaking point where you say enough is enough?
Boone said enough is enough.
The breaking point is never the same for everyone.
That's true. That's true, Mom. That's true.
I can't text ever example. Oh, every example. Right. I agree. Mom said I agree.
But Boone, I get you though. I get it. Enough is enough. When you wake up, like I said, you can wake up without, and just looking at every situation that you look at with her is wrong. It's disrespectful. From the bills to the kids, everything has you sitting like you're on the outskirts of everything. That's when enough is enough. Enough is enough. You know what I'm saying? That's it, man. Listen, prayerfully, he'll wake up one morning and be like, you know what? It could be one little thing to trigger and set it off. You know what I mean? Everybody could be downstairs in the living room or in the kitchen or whatever, and he get up and go downstairs, and there might be a sip of orange juice left, and he just bought the whole thing yesterday. And there's a sip of orange juice left, and he go in there to get some orange juice, and it's only this much left. You know what I mean? And they put the thing back in the refrigerator.
And he just goes upstairs and pack his clothes.
And he go in there and say, yo, word, I just bought this whole thing yesterday. I didn't even get it. Now, you know what? From that point on, it'll be a snowball effect. Everything will start coming back to his remembrance. To the point where it's like, yo, you know what? I ain't putting up with this. I'm going upstairs, pack my I'm gone.
Chris said there has to be a balance.
It has to be.
Steve said he should have told her, if he come, I'm gone. Okay, that's a good point, Steve. Okay, but she said that he all right. Now, she never said he couldn't come, but he never showed up. Would you still have left? Because she already has said he can come. And the son was already all prepared, waiting for his father to come, and the father didn't show up. Now, even though the father didn't show up, would you still have left? Because you already said no.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so with Steve,
Frank said, I'll say this, though. I recovered from a stroke and was living in misery. Life is too short to live unhappy. So this chapter in my life, I'm going to be happy.
That's right.
I deserve it.
Yes,
amen.
You do. Yeah, you
Chris
deserve
said,
it, bro.
I feel you, Frank. Chris said, yes. Mom said, praise God, you made a awesome decision.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Chris said, gone.
Yeah. Boom. I'm glad, man. I'm happy for you. You know what's up, and I know what's up. We know what's up. You know what I mean? And I'm glad. I'm super happy for you, bro. I'm super, super happy. And this is your time to enjoy yourself, man.
Life is short. Everybody deserves to be happy. Life is too short not to, especially now, these days.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's just, it's too much when you're in a situation like that. And, there's nothing at all in your favor.
Steve said, no, I wouldn't have left, but I would have applied some of my own stipulations and alterations.
I would have said, hey, listen, this is the deal. This is too much for me.
Frank said, thank you, fam. That is why I went mute for a bit.
And I could dig it. I know. Bro, listen, I get it. I'm here, and you here too, bro. You know the vibes. I'm always here for you, bro. And I know you always there for me. It's all good. I know the vibes.
So, babe, the guy didn't come. Would you have left, or what would you have done?
If the dude didn't come, I would have said, hey, listen, I'm going to just explain this to y'all right here, right now. I know you want to, get to meet, to deal with your biological father and all of that. But that's not a situation for you to disrespect me, right? Your mom, and have her right there. Like, listen, there needs to be some type of changes, or y'all can have each other and I'm gone. We went through all of that, and look, he still didn't show up. You've been disrespecting me. You've been putting me to the side. You overruled it when I said I didn't want him to come to the house. You overruled that and said, no, it's okay for him to come, this and that and the third. He just showed you the same pattern of things that was going on when y'all was together before. You understand what I'm saying? Minus the whooping. You feel me? If that's what y'all want to deal with, y'all can have that. but he didn't show up this time. But I'm always here, right? And I'm not going to deal with that. Y'all could deal with that with him, and I'll deal with mine on my own somewhere else. I don't have to be here. I'm not going to do that. Not going to do that. I would have stepped off too.
Steve said family meeting time. Amen.
That's a fact.
Chris said perfectly said. You know what? I feel like that not even, and I know the child is 16 and everything, but I feel like that a conversation between the husband and the wife, and then
was really needed.
Was really needed. You know, we could get to the kids later, but really, him and her needed to have.
Yes, they did.
Needed to be talking face to face.
Yes, they did, and he really needed to let her know. His feelings from his heart. Really, don't just talk at her, talk to her. Because she needs to listen.
Because what she did was she made a crack in the family unit by showing that they are not on one accord.
That's exactly right.
And so before
that leaves all kinds of room for the ex to do all kinds of stuff. You know, draw a wedge with the child.
Not only that, the kids, that leaves the kids open. Even the kids that they share together.
Right.
Because if they're not united, then the kids see separation. For all the kids, not just them two.
Right.
Steve said maybe she really wanted to see the ex herself. Maybe she got some old feelings she's harboring. Could be.
It could be, and if so, that's crazy because he was whooping on her.
Chris Allen said, I get tired of compromising and being the bigger person. Won't happen again. I choose me. We all should choose us. Life is too short not to.
Chris, that's what's up. And I feel you on that. I feel you on that. I was in not a total situation like that, but I was in a situation, you know, kind of similar to that. And I just look, man. Like I said, I woke up one day. It wasn't about the orange juice, but you know, with some other things. And I was just like, you know what? Today, this is enough. Y'all can have this. Y'all can have this whole everything. You know, y'all can have all this stuff. I even left a stereo there, a PlayStation game. I left, man. I just wanted out. And I went and I got my own joint, man, and rebuilt. And you know, I was good after that. I know memories of that situation. You know what I mean? I was like, it's time to be out. I can't. I'm not putting up with that, yo. I'm not dealing with that. I can't.
I think that's the meaning when you get into a relationship, the communication, the straightforward, the understanding that I'm not here for no drama, and if there's gonna be drama, let's just walk away now before it get too deep. But conversation is really needed before you get into any relationship, so that you won't.
Communication is detrimental.
It has to be there.
It's detrimental. And then where's the trust? Where was the trust? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Where was the trust and the loyalty on her behalf? Where was the trust and loyalty?
Exactly.
I mean, Chris said, Frank.
Chris said,
I've done it twice.
I've done it twice.
I ain't mad at you, bro. That was a crazy thing, man.
Steve said, GL, how many women do you know that have good men in their lives, and when the institutionalized man comes back in the picture, they give upon the good man for the loser? They give up.
Yo, yeah, that's a fact.
Mom said, gotta go, guys. Good topic. Thanks, Mom. Love you.
Mom, love you. Yeah, Steve, I know a couple like that. I was with one that happened. You know what I mean? And
that's about baggage, though, because you can't take baggage into another relationship. And if you haven't dealt with your past, it's gonna hit. It's gonna hit because you haven't dealt with it.
Yeah, you can't deal with the past. You're not gonna make it in the future.
And there are a lot of women who because of what's inside of them, or because they haven't fixed what's inside of them, they get the same type of man. And when they get anything different from the same type of man,
they're not used to it.
They're not used to it, don't know how to handle
and
it,
they want to go
do
back
not handle it well.
Right, and they want to go back to the reckless part of, you know what I mean? And that's the truth. That is the God's honest truth.
And if we look at it, she is that type because she was used to a certain type of life before she got with the man she's with now. So every little thing she always relate back to.
She reverted back.
You know, her life the way she was. Because she hasn't dealt with what's inside of her or the things inside of her. Oh, okay. I read that. Mom was saying good night to Steve. So I think that had a lot to do with it, and a lot to do with the way she was acting and her disrespect for her husband. And like Mom said, he takes responsibility. He holds responsibility too, because he didn't put his foot down. And if you're going to be the head of the household, then be the head of the household. You cannot be iffy or wishy-washy, because not negating or taking away from her responsibility, but people are going to use that. If they see the weakness, they're going to use the weakness. I'll be honest with you. When I was in the dating arena, you know, I didn't like a weak man. I knew he would be, yes, you know, he was the yes man. Do anything I say. But when I was ready for a serious relationship, I wasn't looking at the yes man. I was looking at a man who was stronger.
That wasn't going to put up with your trash.
Exactly.
That's right.
Steve said, whatever, man. Whatever. Steve said, dude can't stay out the Pinot, but she will give up the hard-working man just to run block back to him, to be with him before his next 5 years are in lockdown. Correct.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Because there's something in her that don't feel like she deserves better, or she hasn't dealt with whatever her issues is.
I had a woman tell me I was too nice in a relationship one time.
She don't know you that
She
well.
said,
you ain't nice.
Too nice. I was like, too nice? What the hell does that mean?
That means it was time to go. Because if she felt like you was too nice, it was time to go.
And it was, and I did. Because how you too nice? Because I respect you and I open doors, and you know, what do you call it? I was what do you
open doors for her?
You know, what do you call it, man? Chivalry.
Oh.
Chivalry wasn't dead with me, so.
Really? Was it? You open doors for me.
You're a liar. Nigga, you just got a 70.
Oh, did y'all see my ring that I got? I got a new. Can you see that? These are my new bands, my new wedding ring for my birthday. Show your band, baby.
You ain't gonna be able to see it.
Show your band. And I got a 58 inch. This is what my husband gave me. I know this is off the topic, y'all, but he bought us new bands for. I can't see mine. He bought us new bands for my birthday.
I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but.
And.
Pudgy hands of mine.
And I got a 58 inch TV. Flat screen. I'm so small. And I just got 2 new outfits that I ordered after my birthday. Oh, 3 outfits that I ordered after my birthday that he said I could have.
Yeah, so.
I'm so spoiled.
Talking about opening doors.
I'm spoiled. I am.
Somebody have to open the door to get that daggone TV here.
We're off the topic. It's not about me.
Steve said we can't see it clear. Your ring, babe.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's the bling bling that's shining.
You might have to
I can't
take it off and hold it up.
I'm not taking my ring off. I don't take my ring off, baby. You know that.
They can't see it.
Well, I'm sorry y'all can't see it, but trust me when I say it's beautiful. I don't take my rings off. My band, the one that I replaced with this one, I hadn't taken it off since he put it on, since we got married. So that was my first time taking it off. I never take my bands off for nothing. So I refuse to take it off. Anyway, but it's not about me. It's not about the subject is not about me. I'm small, but
yeah,
that's beside the point.
Time is up anyway.
Steve says sometimes that is our problem. We are too considerate and consistent. That's not a problem though, Steve. That's their problem that they can't, that people need to fix inside it. I get what you're saying, but I don't see it as a problem. It's not our problem. It's their problem that they don't understand, that they don't understand that is the norm. That's the standard.
Being considerate.
Yeah, right. Being considerate and consistent. What they're dealing with is not normal and not the standard. Right. So they have the problem.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. I would say that too. It's a problem, Steve. Facts.
Yeah, it's a problem. It's their problem, not ours.
Right.
And I trust me, I was my last, well, not my last. I was my first husband. I stayed with him. We were together off and on for over 20-something years. And half the time, 17 of those years was miserable. And then my second marriage was just all wrong. So, at this point, life is too short. Life is too short.
All I can say is, man, listen, you can't make someone else happy if you're not happy.
Exactly.
And you got to find a space in your life where you're happy. And it's okay to not want the negative energy around you, no matter if it's your brothers and sisters, no matter who it is. Your sanity and your positive energy that you get is yours. And nobody wants to sit and stress all day about some negative energy. I don't want no negative energy around me. I don't care who it is. And that's just the way I feel. And I have the right to feel that way. We all have the right to feel that way. I want positive energy around me. I don't want no negative energy around me. I don't.
And I would say deal with your issues before you get with somebody. If you really care about somebody and you really want to be with somebody and you really love them, then deal with your issue.
And you need to ask yourself, is this something that I really want?
Mm-hmm.
Is this something that I really want? And then you need to assess yourself before you decide to bring someone else into your fold.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And I said bring someone into your fold, not you going into their fold. You know what I mean? So you need to assess, hey, look, man, is this something that I really want to do? Do I still want to play the field? Do I just want to have a girlfriend?
And just because they're treating you right does not mean they right for you.
That's exactly right, because it could be right for the first 2 months, 3 months, and then after that, you'll come in the house and all the pictures is off the wall and the house is painted black. And you're like, what the popcorn is this?
I like the color black.
Yeah, but I mean, everything gothic now. It wasn't like this when we first met. You have flowers in this joint. Now you got weed.
Like time for lunch.
Yeah, never mind. I'm gone. I'm out of here. Nah. You're getting your throat cut and I'm out of here.
Anyway, that being said, love each other. Love on each other.
Yeah, man.
Life is short. Be happy with or without someone.
Make yourself happy. Enjoy your time. And we thank y'all and love y'all, man, for every Monday, every second that y'all spend with us.
And for supporting us.
For supporting us and rocking out with us, man.
Frank Boone, call us. I need to ask you something.
It's not enough to say thank y'all, man. We still be trying to find the words because we really, really appreciate y'all, man. And it's not a fan, it's a family. Hatchett Chronicles family. So thanks again. We love y'all. Deuce up.
See you either Sunday at 9 or Monday at 8 p.m.
Hatchett Chronicles. Peace and love. We out.
Peace. We out.